Remember the good old days when doctors used stars and instinct to diagnose the locals? None of this evidence-based rubbish. So Astrologaster is a hilarious point-and-click adventure game in Elizabethan England bursting with fun. So in Astrologaster, you're Simon Foreman, or Dr. Foreman to some. So that moniker of doctor should definitely be questioned, as you haven't yet got your medical licence. So what do you do if you don't have a medical licence? Well, you use the stars and you guess, of course. Simon is an astrological doctor in the 1590s and had some success with cleaning up the plague in London, and now he's the talk of the town when it comes to a tummy bug or a headache. So your reputation precedes you, and the local upper class community know your name. They come along telling you of their illness and misfortune. So more often than not, there's a little gossip thrown into conversation and a diagnosis. Who's sleeping with who and what Shakespeare's up to. So Astrologaster reminds me of an episode of Blackadder. It's funny, saucy, witty and certainly very clever. That was a wildly successful formula on TV, and that British charm has been translated very well to this game. So the folk of the town, they come along to your office and they tell you a little bit about what's wrong with them. And then a zodiac chart appears with a few diagnoses to choose from. There's plenty of humour and clever jokes about the time period, and it's not a chore to read through the game, which essentially is an interactive story that you work your way through. The characters are lovable, funny, and you want to spend your time with them. So the objective of the game is to make your clients happy, and you want to get that medical licence that you've always wanted. So patients have this happiness meter, and that fills up when they like your diagnosis or not. So once you've successfully impressed someone enough, they'll give you a nice letter of recommendation, and you'll need to collect 8 of these to take to the College of Physicians to get that elusive medical licence. The voice acting in the game is absolutely top notch, and the singing is next level.
Who's this man at the door who we've not seen before? Who's this man at the door who we've not seen before? Who is come to inquire dressed in so strange attire? Tis Signor Ferraro.
As well as being funny and entertaining, the songs are full of Tudor-related info, and they're teaching me a little bit about the time period, as the game is based on real characters. It's almost like a mini musical made just for you. Not everyone who comes to see you is actually even ill. Sometimes they'll just want to share, talk and gossip. More often than not, they'll start up talking about their ailment, but then the conversation will shift to the good stuff. The patients that come in, they have questionable morals, objectives and are most certainly liars. That's not to say that Dr. Foreman is morally above the situation, oh no, he's just as able to tell a lie as the next person. All in all, the characters, they're fun and they're brought to life through great voice acting and song. As well as the good humour and entertainment, there's good history here too. The game throws in little nuggets of Elizabethan history at you in terms of battles and coup attempts. You've got Simon Foreman, he's a real character, and once you're done with the game you should definitely look him up, and it all makes for a really engrossing tale. I really enjoyed the humour in Astrologaster, and having spent many hours watching Blackadder and playing adventure games, this combination really appealed to me, and I wasn't let down at all. The premise of a doctor using star charts to diagnose his unaware patients and making your way towards a medical licence is a fun experience. It's not too long either, so you could probably play it through in a few game sessions. Always entertaining, with patients revealing layers of detail about their husbands, wives and their neighbours. So this was developed by Nyam Nyam, was originally released on the 9th of May 2019. So yeah, you should definitely go out there and get Astrologaster. Really super fun, had me laughing all the way through, and I gave it a final score of 78 out of 100.
But every awkward hero needs his awkward princess.